This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're here in Leeds. With me, Ebanie Bridges. Ebanie, feels like yesterday that we're at fight camp. How have you been?
I've been good, really good, feeling ready to get back in there and do what I love.
Let's talk about it then. You're here in Leeds. It's your adopted UK city, so to speak. The football club's taken affinity to yourself. I understand I've just got you as you just came back in from Elland Road there, having a look around. What was that like for you? That must have been a nice experience.
Oh, it's amazing. Actually, it was a bit of a surprise for me. I didn't know I was going to Elland Road, so I was so excited when I realised we were going there, and I saw Elland Road. Obviously, it gives me goosebumps. I just love it, the whole Leeds thing. Leeds community, and I wasn't expecting to go there because we're fighting at Headingley, so that was awesome. And I was with Josh, so another fellow Leeds warrior. So yeah, amazing.
Now that you've been there, obviously you mentioned you're fighting at Headingley, but you had a look around the football club now. Does that give you that extra little thing on the bucket list now, thinking, wow, once I've done Headingley, one day I got to go back there?
Oh, definitely, 100%. Obviously I've always wanted to fight at Elland Road. That's my, the dream. But fighting here in Leeds, I'm just happy with that. But that my fans here are going to be able to come and attend. But yeah, definitely next step Leeds, Elland Road, and maybe me as a main event instead of Josh Warrington. But yeah, I'm absolutely stoked to be even just fighting here and sharing a card with Josh Warrington and the others.
I just wanted to talk about where this started, this affinity with Leeds, because we've seen the UK fan base grow and go, but the Leeds fans really took to you, and you've repaid the favour as well. Where did that all start?
Well, I'd have to say that it started like in the early 2000s when we had Australian players like Harry Kuehl, Viduka, and that was strong. That was a strong team back then, So I think Leeds has a big affiliation with Australia. A lot of Australians love Leeds. I think it was always just natural to go for Leeds. And then when I came here, but started, being a lot with the British fans, I was like, man, like these fans are amazing. Like it's actually cool to talk football with the fans here. It's very different to Australia, And so yeah, I'm just like fully taken it next level, and I just absolutely love the community, love everything about Leeds, the fans, the team. And especially the fact they're in Premier League now. I mean, I've got Rafinha, which is, I have affiliations with Brazil. So yeah, it's just, I'm really excited about it.
As I mentioned, last time I saw you was at fight camp. It was a good, effective night at the office for you as well. Now the dust has settled. How do you reflect on your performance? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, definitely happy with it. I mean, it went perfectly to plan. It's exactly the shot that I envisioned. It's what I practiced. It's what I visualised. That game plan that I did. It was pitch perfect for me. I mean, there's always a little bit of things that I can like criticise myself with, but I'm very happy with my performance. And I know I shouldn't say it. I would like to come out and show even more. It's hard to show a lot in much. Like for me, I'm really just the first round. I'm just warming. I'm a bit of a slow starter. Really for me, the third, fourth, fifth rounds are my strong. When I'm starting to really get into the fight. So maybe I have to pick it up and start it a little bit earlier this time because I do want to show a little bit more. But hey, a knockout's pretty good or a stoppage, so I can't complain.
You said there you want to show a little bit more. Milas Gangloff, who you're fighting, she is durable. We've seen her in Novelli Scotney. Is this the perfect opponent for exactly that?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Like when I watch Gangloff, I look at her style and I think she's, we're both kind of made for each other. She likes to come forward. She looks like she would like to fight on the inside because when she was with Ellie, she was punching on the inside, but she wasn't holding. She was punching. I noticed that like Ellie was holding a bit, but she looked like she wanted to fight. And that's like me. Like I want to fight on the inside. So if we can both do that and create that space, then we can have some really nice, center ring kind of style boxing, and that's what I look forward to.
Now, Ebanie, I know you're sick of naming names of people you're not fighting, so I'm not going to ask you about any specific names, but all being well and you're victorious and you've been very active this year, 2 fights in a month. Do you want to get one more in before the end of the year? Yeah,
look, I would like to, but I do have to go home to Australia. I'm going home next week, and I really need to do some R&R and see my family and stuff like for my mental health and just, everything like that, and just have a break because my body's at a point now that it needs a rest. My mind needs a rest. I need to pull away a little bit. But hey, if I can get out in December, why not? I think that would be perfect. Otherwise, early next year, 100%.
Matchroom are, of course, starting to pull in a few Australian fighters. I believe they've got another heavyweight they're going to be announcing very soon. Yes. Could we be seeing you Matchroom Australia in the near future, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I would fight in my home country. I've got a lot of fans there as well, and I would love to fight for Matchroom in Australia. There's some good matches to be made there as well. It's just a money thing really over there. So yeah, pay me the same money, and yeah, for sure.
Ebanie, you said there that you long due some R&R and a bit of time at home after this, after being away. And we've spoken before about, being away, and especially during a pandemic. How difficult has it been, particularly in the last couple of months, just not being able to get back and sort of, I know you've enjoyed yourself, but being away from home for so long?
100%. Well, my flights are booked for Tuesday to go home, and I just found out that they got cancelled, so now I'm trying to find another flight home. It's been really hard in Australia. I'm feeling for everyone in Australia as well, because they're in lockdown. And everyone in Australia is saying, don't come home, don't want to come back. Like, we're all just in lockdown, stay there. It's horrible here, blah, blah, blah. And as much as I don't want to go home and into a lockdown, I need to see my family. I need to see my boyfriend. And I don't really care about all that. Like, I'm saying that now, but, not knowing if you can get home or not is kind of, frustrating. But I am very blessed that here in the UK, it is like a second home. And I have a lot of friends here that are like family, and a lot of love here and support. So if I was to get stuck here a little bit longer, I will make it work, but I do want to go home.
One other female fighter on this card, Ebanie, that I wanted to ask you about, Katie Taylor, a modern legend, not only amateur but professional as well, undisputed champion. That must be nice for you to be sharing a bill with one of the truly great female fighters.
Unreal. I was supposed to be on her undercard when I was supposed to fight Rachel Ball for the world title. When there was 3 world title fights in November last year. But that fell through. I was really gutted about that because, Katie Taylor is, she's a trailblazer. She's really done so much for women's boxing and really showed that, how women fight. And, just to share the card with her, it's amazing. It's another kind of bucket list thing. And I'm glad to be here and part of it. And in Leeds, we're all Leeds fans, me, Katie, and Warrington. So, it's unreal.
Just wanted to finish with Josh Warrington before I let you go. He was at Elland Road with you just there, the Leeds Warrior himself. What was it like to spend some time with Josh ahead of this huge night Saturday night?
Oh, it was so cool, man. Like, Josh is awesome. And spending time with him as well just makes me, just be even more motivated. He's really is such a champion. I love his fight style. I love the way he fights. And he's really done a lot for boxing and for Leeds as a city. A lot of the boxers or just the kids in the area looking up to Josh. So I think, just being with him, and it was very exciting to share that journey with him and go to Elland Road with him. And we went and checked out his mural, and that's unbelievable. Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy that I can, kind of represent Leeds a little bit with my fight style as well, and I'm looking forward to it.
Just to finish on the rematch then, Lara Warrington 2, top of the bill on Saturday night. The bookmakers can't split them, can you?
It is hard. It really is hard. I'm not really good with really close fights, but I think it's going to be a very tough fight for Josh. Second time around, I think it's going to be a bit tougher, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to be able to come out better, because we've got to remember the last fight, he had so much time off. His fans weren't here. And, as much as people say, oh, it shouldn't matter about fans, the fans make a big difference, and especially Josh Warrington fans. They're famous, his walkouts, his crowds are famous, so, and fans give you life, fans give you strength, and they give you a different kind of energy inside. So I think that having that fan base behind him, having the prep of just had that fight and wanting to go again, I think he's even hungrier than ever, and he's going to be very hungry in front of his fans. And, I imagine he's going to give it his absolute best, and I'm edging towards him being victorious in front of Leeds, but I know that Lara is coming in better as well. It's going to be interesting, but God willing, fingers crossed that Leeds Warrior comes out on top.
Last word to you, Ebanie. 20,000 screaming Leeds fans in there on Saturday night. You're going to be making your ring walk. I'm sure you're going to get a fantastic reception. What would you like to say to everyone sending you messages of support and coming to watch you on Saturday night as well?
I just want to say thanks, guys. The constant support always is just amazing. I always say it over and over again. I wouldn't be here without my fans. Guys are my promoters. You push me and motivate me, and I fight for the fans. So to be able to fight here in front of Leeds, especially Leeds in front of 20,000 fans for the first time, as all my other fights have been in lockdown or very limited crowd. It's just going to be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait, guys, and I hope that everyone can come down. If you can make it, take the trip, drive down and support it, because this is our first fight back since COVID with a crowd, and it's probably one of the best, most stacked cards to come and watch. So, yeah.
Ebanie, thank you as always for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you.